big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Hey, eat. You ain't going nowhere. X3. 218. Chopper. Snap.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
6-6, pull it high. Kill. Watch the edge. Hey, foxtrot. Yo, jackrabbit, ready?
2nd and 6. His throw incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Take 4. Kill.
Yep.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Carter trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now Carter going to throw on 3rd and goal. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's coming. Hey, exit. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun, Rich. Being chased out left. It's complete to Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch the slap. Watch the slap. I get it.
Back to throw. Rich. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Five.
Looking to throw on second down. Carter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Second and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They try again with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Mike, let's go, D.
Looking to throw. Rich steps away to his left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Check three.
You draw quarters. Ready. And set, go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Go, go. Good.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
Back to throw. Rich. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Rich. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Carter. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 30 base.
Right there in the middle. 55.
General West.
Let's go. Wide. Get wide. Showing it.
Hey, zoom. Hurry up now.
Here's Carter, operating from the gun. He'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers! A big play there. touchdown number 15 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Got it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Both balls to Mike. Mike's both balls.
Go.
To throw again. Rich. And this is Parker, complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. First down, here's the run with Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Look at me, zipper.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Hey, Delta.
Let's get off the field.
Back to throw. Rich. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And Lobo.
Here we go. 36.
Operating from the gun. Rich. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Time to go, night. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Watch this.
Looking to throw. Carter. He's going to look deep down the... It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carter. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
57. Mike, 57. Strip the ball.
Hey.
Back to throw is Carter. Throwing again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Smith. Now.
Carter now. From the gun, he'll throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
54. Mike, 54.
Yep. You mine.
Hey, watch that.
Now.
On 1st down, Rich. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Topper! Get ready!
2nd and 2. It's caught. Smith. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Team 6.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Looking to throw. Rich. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Foxtrot.
55, Mike, 55.
Back to throw. Rich. And the pressure gets to him again. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Sack. Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On the ready. Bristol, traffic.
Single.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, a run with Breida, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Come on, set 70, Indy. That's it. Big hit. Let's go.
They run again with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
54, Mike, 54. I got him.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here we go, here we go. 30 base.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Go.
I'm coming.
Get it.
Here's Breida. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Matt Breida with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
I'm coming.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. 44's the Mike. 44's the
Snap.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Rich. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Hey, echo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rich, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing on 1st down. Rich. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's get in there. Slam.
6-6, pull it high.
Throwing again. Rich. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Right there. 54, right there.
Yeah.
Here we go, get off the field.
To throw on 3rd down. Rich. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Set, 60 or.
Check, Mike 42. It's just warm up.
This is Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And some room to work. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw. Rich into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Parker, the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
60 Pittsburgh.
Watch 81, watch 81.
Go. Now.
Carter throwing on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ready.
Back to throw. Carter. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Zoom.
Looking to throw. Carter. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
61, Matchbox Lights. Tight yard, 5.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Second down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
54, Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, Pop.
Back to throw. Rich. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing on third and long. Rich. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking to throw. Rich. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On first and 10, Rich. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Protein spill.
To throw again. Rich. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Rich, and he's able to find Diggs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On first down, Rich, he'll find Diggs once more on the completion. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, box truck, box truck.
Looking to throw. Rich. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey! Switch! Hey! High 7! 5!
On 4th down, Rich. And this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up, right?
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Breida, he'll try the right side. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the left.
They run with Breida. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. 6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
Now a give to Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening